Hello. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting the last minute setup. Bear with me. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I am getting my uh, canner, my digital canner ready for processing jelly today. And what I normally do is when I put water in it, because we have hard water, is I put 3/4 cup of vinegar in my water before anything. I don't know if any of y'all use the digital pressure cooker or canner, well, not cooker, pressure canner. I use it for water bathing, and I'll use pressure canning for my meats and vegetables and stuff like that. But today, we're going to be making two different types of pepper jellies today. We are going to be working with Hungarian wax peppers. They're super hot. And we're also going to be working again with some jalapenos. I was going to do mariachi peppers, but the mariachi peppers are not quite ready yet. But the first pepper jelly that we're going to do, already have them grinded up, so y'all didn't have to listen to all that loud noise and everything. Hi, Wanda. How are you? But we're going to do first, it is going to be a strawberry kiwi Hungarian wax pepper jelly. So, like I said, I'm getting the canner ready right now, the digital canner. I love my canner. People say, oh, it's not approved, but it is approved. You can pressure can with it. You can water bath with it. You can do whatever you want. It is safe. So what I do when I do jellies, I fill the jars half full with water and place them in my canner. I do 10 at a time because that's what it holds. That's what mine holds. And I make sure that my regulator lid is off, because when you're water bathing, you do not need that on, but you do need it on when you're pressure canning. So I will take and put my lid on. Hello. There we go. And it's not wanting to cooperate. There it goes. Okay, and when you do this, you want to make sure you put your green light down, turn it on, and then down here is the electric part. So this is the pressure can part. I turn it over to boiling water bath seal. And I push it in, set my timer for 15 minutes, and let it go. And it's telling me to insert the jars. Already did that. So now it's warming my jars so that whenever my jelly and everything's ready, these jars will be ready to go. I've already sterilized my jars and everything, and now this is just going to heat them up and get them ready. So with our recipe today, let's change your view right over here. I am actually going to be working with juice. So I went out and I bought some strawberry kiwi juice, and I have my recipe. It calls for 7 cups of sugar. Oh, look at my hair. Wow, hang on, I gotta wash my hands quick. Look at that. Okay, you do 7 cups of sugar. You do 3 cups of juice, 1 cup of white vinegar. I used 4 Hungarian hot peppers for this recipe, and 1 large green bell pepper, and of course your sugar gel. So with that, we're going to, which like I told you, are already This one's the jalapenos because I already put the Hungarian pepper ones in there. So I already grounded up all of the peppers along with the bell pepper. Put them on Ninja, let it go, ready to go. Woohoo! So we're gonna start with turning the oven on medium high to get that. Well, let me show you the goodness of the peppers. Yes, yes. That's going to come out to be about 1 cup of one large bell pepper with your regular. If you want to use habaneros, or if you want to use, like I am, the Hungarian wax peppers, jalapenos, whatever you want to use, you use it. It's your jelly. So whatever you like. A lot of people don't like hot jellies. That's my specialty. So you take and you start warming this up. Let's unplug this real quick. Come over here to my stove so we can see what's going on over here. There we go. And you just want to make sure that you stir. You don't have to stir constantly, but you do need to keep it from sticking. So you don't want to overdo it, but go ahead and add your juice. And again, that was 3 cups of any type of juice that you want. This one is, like I said, is strawberry and kiwi. That's going to be some good jelly right there. And now you're going to stir in your 1 cup of vinegar, white vinegar. Okay? So all you want to do is you want to get this up to a boil, I never can say that, boil to where you cannot stir it down. Now, a lot of people will take and put a teaspoon of butter in their jellies. I don't do that because it seems to make it not set as well. I don't know what it is about the butter, but it just doesn't set as well. So I don't do it. I'll just skim the excess foam off. Could not think, sorry. Skim the excess foam off at the end before I start jarring everything up. But you let this cook. Like I said, you bring it up to a boil, and then you add your sugar and your pectin. And normally I use liquid citropectin, but today, since I'm using juice, I'm using the powdered. Because when you use I found out when you use like fresh fruit or frozen fruit, the liquid pectin is better, but when you use juice, I found that the powdered pectin is a lot better. Good day, my Aussie garden. I hope you're well as well. Mary, welcome to Old People on the Couch. Hey, how are you? Just in the kitchen today, trying to get some hours in. Charlie's gone to a show. Well, he's got 2 shows today, so he's gone all day, all night. So I'm just here by myself, and I got a show coming up selling jellies, so I'm getting my stock back up from Pryor, Oklahoma. So I'm getting all that done and working on different projects. Hi, Weekend RVing. If you was on our live last night, I announced a giveaway that we're going to be doing. And it actually starts this week. And we will be doing clues throughout it on Friday Lives. It will run for 3 weeks. And on the 4th week, we will do the winner. So what you have to do is on our Friday night lives, you will listen or watch, not listen, but well, that too, but you will watch and we will give you a clue to which videos to go and look at, because we're going to be asking 3 questions at the end of everything. And the first person to get the 3 questions right gets a jar of each one of my specialized pepper jellies. And right now, what I have in stock is 15 different ones, but it's fixing to be a lot more. So that's pretty exciting. And along with that, you also get a $25 Amazon gift card. Yes. Hey, Les, how are y'all? So that starts this Friday, but I can tell you this much, none of the questions will be from our lives. They will be from past videos. And like I said, we're going to give clues to which videos you need to watch. So you'd have to listen for the clues to be able to know which videos are going to be going with what questions. And it's going to be very simple. People that watch our videos they're going to know. They're going to know. So you got to be quick. When we ask those questions, you got to be quick to give me those three answers. So like I said, we are bringing this up to a boil. For those of you who started in late, this recipe right here is with the Hungarian hot wax peppers. It is strawberry kiwi jelly that I am making, but it's made out of juice. It's not made with fresh fruits like I normally do or frozen fruits like I normally do. I'm doing it out of juice because I wanted to try this flavor to see how it does. Especially, oh my gosh, it smells amazing too. Woo, this is going to be good, good, good. But you want to bring it up to a boil. You want to stir every so often so it does not stick. Hey, Lone Star. Um, Hopefully y'all are home. Y'all can run right up and go see Charlie here in a little bit playing. Yes, he's playing. He'll be at Roosters today. I think it's from 3 to 6. So they're playing now. Oh, hey, Sandy. How are you? So the recipe for this, for those of you who joined late, is 3 cups of any flavored juice that you want. Okay. But your peppers you need to pair it with a bell pepper of your choice. I went with green because I'm using green peppers. I used 4 Hungarian wax hot peppers, a large green bell pepper, which once I pureed it and everything, it brought it down to 1 cup of your peppers, and that's what you need for this recipe. You want to use 1 cup of vinegar and 7 cups of sugar. You also want to use 1 box of sugar gel. Like I was saying, I normally use the liquid pectin, but that's I use for, you can't say real fruit, fresh fruit or frozen fruit. With juices, I use the powdered pectin. So you want to bring this up to a boil to where you cannot stir it down, and it's almost there. It is going to be an amazing jelly. It already smells good. You can actually smell the fruitiness of the juice, but you can also smell the heat from the peppers. Oh, okay, you're going to do your live tonight in Baytown. That's fine. I'll be on. What time is your live? So I remember. I'm not good with times and everything. So as you just hear my beeping in the background, that is actually my pressure canner telling me, okay, my jars are up to temperature. I can take them out if I'm ready to and start filling them. But as long as I leave them in there, they're going to stay warm to where when I do fill them, it's the heat from the jelly is not going to crack my jars. I will be on there at 7 p.m. So I have this up to a roiling boil. Let's bring it over here so we can see. As you can see, it is a boiling bubble. You cannot stir it down. So that means you're going to add your 7 cups of sugar. When I add sugar, I make sure to do a little bit at a time so that you can get it all stirred in really good so it doesn't clump up. And if your jelly is cloudy beforehand, it's okay because the sugar makes it clear up. I don't know what it is, but it does. It makes it clear up. Normally with my jellies, I can get anywhere from 8 to 12 jars, depending on what type of jelly that I'm making. With this one, it's probably going to be more like maybe 9 jars. It's not going to be 10. It might be 10. Normally, I can tell by the way it looks. So once the sugar is added, again, you want to bring it up to a boil to where you cannot stir it down. At this point in time, you can go ahead and add your pectin in also. That's how I normally do it. Add a little pectin. Add a little more. Now, depending on where you live for your jellies is how long you're going to water bath them. They say for every 1,000 feet above sea level, or I think it's 1,000 feet. No, I think it's 5,000 feet. I'm sorry, 5,000 feet above sea level, you want to add 1 minute. So with us here, I do 15 minutes because we're in Texas. We're not above sea level. So, so I do 15 minutes of water bath to make sure that they seal good. Okay, once again, like I said, you're going to bring it up to a boil. And then once it is at a boil, you're going to let it boil for 2 minutes. And once that 2 minutes is up, you're ready to jar. Again, this is the Hungarian wax peppers with strawberry kiwi is what we are working on today. The other one, the other batch that we're going to do is going to actually be a strawberry watermelon jalapeno. So, yeah, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I know it does to me because I like watermelon and I like strawberries. I like all kinds of fruit. I'm a fruit fanatic. Oh, um, I use, I have my jelly kit that I use. What have I done with all of that? Okay. Sorry about that. Forgot my rings and my legs. So let's check it because it is coming to the boil. And it is just about ready. I'm going to turn it down just for a minute. And I'm going to let it go, like I said, for a couple minutes. Now, at this point, you want to make sure that you keep stirring it because you do not want it to stick. Stuck jelly is not good jelly. Not, it smells so good. Like I said, the sweetness from the strawberries and the kiwi, along with the heat from the Hungarian wax peppers. Oh my goodness, it is great. Now, some people will take and give a spoon test. That, let it like that, set it to the side. Some people you might have to take 2 boxes of the sugar gel. I'm going to see how this goes. Which we might, because I haven't done this one yet, we might need to add a second box. Because if you dip your spoon in and it just runs completely off, it doesn't gel up just a little, it isn't ready. But you have to watch it because you can over process too. But you can also under process. So what I'm going to do, because it's actually not really gelling that great, I'm going to add another box of the pancake. And it's okay, you can add it now. You can even reprocess jelly after it's been processed and you let it set up for a couple days and it doesn't set. You can always reprocess it. You just got to add 2/3 cup of sugar per four, well, yeah, 4 half pints, 2/3 cup of sugar for 4 half pints for every 4 half pints, and then another of your give me just a minute. I'm actually going to just do half because I'm not making syrup. I am making jelly. So as you can see with the spoon, it's still running off. So that means it's not quite there yet. So it's not gelled enough. So I used half of another one. We're going to try that. And we're going to cook, once it comes up to a good boil, I'm going to cook it again for another 2 minutes. And that's the reason why I leave my jars in my canner to keep them warm, just because of this. So it's been a very exciting time. Yes, we have Pryor, Oklahoma. Please give me thumbs up. Let people know that I'm on here. Hi, Joe. Let people know that I'm on so they can come and watch. Mary, hi, hi, hi. Yeah, smell-o-vision would be great. I wish I could smell it. As everyone knows, I don't have Autumn for the weekend. She's gone. I miss her already. Let's try this. Let it cook a little bit. Some people will take their spoons and they stick them in the freezer while they cook, while they prepare their jelly and everything. And then when they come out, they take their spoon and they dip it in, and then they put it back in the freezer. And what that does is it cools it quicker while they do their 2-minute cook. Me, I don't like doing it that way. I just let it cool on its own to where you can tell. Now, looking at this, I think it's actually going to be about 8 half-pint jars that this is going to make. Speaking of that, what did I do with oh, okay. Oh, here it is. My jar tongs. Gotta have my jar tongs. So, as you can see now, it is a slower drip off of the spoon. So that's going to be really good for gelling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go ahead and finish out. And I'm going to come over here to my pressure canner right here. And I'm going to start taking out my jars. So what you do is when you go to open your pressure canner, please be careful. But you want to take your green, do it up, twist, off. As you can see, the heat and everything. What I take is whenever I do my jars, like I said, I take and I fill them half full of water to keep them down. So I'll take, there's 10 in here, I'm going to take 5 of them out right now. Come on. Okay, so I got 5 of them out. And those are what I'm going to work on right now, filling with the jelly. I'm going to put my lid back on there just to keep my jars warm. So I'm going to come back over here. Now, as y'all can see, I still have this on, but oh my God, that smells so good. Yes. Oh, and it tastes good too. Okay. Turn that off. Rinse out my hand real quick since I did the little taste test. You want to have, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. You want to have a damp cloth also on hand to clean the rim of your jars. So what you do is you just ladle your jelly. I'm so sorry. It is hot peppers, and it is hot. You want to leave 1/4 headspace. And for those who doesn't know, who's not really that familiar with canning, whenever they talk about 1/4 headspace, they mean to about right here, the bottom of your jar, leaving the top for it to breathe. Okay. So, you're going to take, like I said, you're going to ladle in your jars. And be careful because your jars are hot also because you got to think you just took them out of your canner. So they're hot also. You turn this around. Me, I like to leave the seeds and the pulp in so that people can see what they are actually getting. These pepper jellies and stuff that you buy at the stores, you know, they don't have really good flavors. So okay, these five are now done. Like I said, you want to have your damp cloth to clean around the rims of your jars because you don't want any residue around your jars. If you do, they're not going to seal. You want it to seal. See, like that one had just a little bit of a pepper seed on the outside. I'm going to hold it up for you here in just a second so y'all can see what it looks like. Okay, so you're going to put your lids on. And then you put your rings. Now with your rings, you're going to take and just put them finger tight and then go back just a little. If you tighten them too much, your jars are going to crinkle. They're not going to seal right. They're going to possibly pop open. Okay, so we have those on. Put this to the side. So we can come over here to the canner now. Put this back up. Now I wanted to show y'all this before I put it back in the canner of, let me see how beautiful that looks. It is beautiful. So we're going to take these and put these back in the canner. Now you want to be careful with that because, like I said, it is hot. But you could still have a bad jar in there. You never know. I've had it happen to me to where I went and placed a jar in and it actually broke off. And the jelly and everything, when it did break and pop, it came back on. So I'm going to take the other five jars out now that I left in here. Move these around. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. So now we're going to fill the last five. I'm going to fill those with the jelly now. Again, this is strawberry kiwi Hungarian wax pepper jellies. Around here, we live in a small town, so you've got very limited places of where you can buy stuff. And our two main stores are really our two only stores in Dayton is Berkshire Brothers and Thrifty's grocery store. That's all we have. Berkshire Brothers and Thrifty. And with that, they have a selection of, I'm going to put a little bit more juice because there's not enough for another one. Um, their selections of jams and jellies doesn't have like pepper jellies. Their pepper jellies, and I bought it before, is very, very, very mild. Does not have a bite at all. And the only one that they sell is a red pepper flake jelly and a jalapeno jelly. So that's the reason why I decided to go ahead and start with these, with different um, specialized jellies. The jellies that everyone actually is their favorites, come to find out, because you can use these for cooking, you can use them for eating on cream cheese with crackers, or you can make specialized peanut butter and jelly, fried sandwiches with them. You can just do so. So that's the reason why I have so many different flavors, and that's the reason why I decided just to go with the pepper jellies because it's hard to find them. So what I'm doing now is I'm placing the rest of my jars that I just filled into my canner. And guess what, y'all? It did do all 10 jars. I didn't think it was enough, but I guess it was. So I'm taking and placing these all back in here. So, okay, as you can see, hi, honey. As you can see right here, let me take this down just a little bit. Come in. Right here it says fill jars. That's what we just did. So now we're going to take and put the lid back on. Close it up. And we're going to push the little button for the next. And now it's going to heat back up to proper temperature. And once it does that, it's going to beep, and then it's going to start your water bath timing. And whenever it starts the water bath timing, it is going to go for 15 minutes. And then it'll go through a series of beats again to where it starts letting off pressure. And it will start going down to where you can actually get your jars out. So that, my friends, is the first part of it. Yay! So we will start the next jelly, which is the jalapeno. Take all of this out. Get all of this over here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You have a ninja? Be careful with your blades. They are sharp, but I love it. So let's take all of this out. This, again, is the bell pepper with the hot peppers, and it comes out to be 1 cup. So we're going to start with getting that warmed up. Okay. And now we're going to change juices because that one, like I said, was the watermelon kiwi. I mean, the strawberry kiwi, sorry. So this one is actually going to be watermelon and strawberry. So you're going to want, again, 3 cups of juice, 1 cup of your peppers, along with 1 cup of vinegar and 7 cups of sugar and a box and a half of the powdered sugar gel. So let me get that together. Rinse out a measuring cup so I can measure out my juice. That smells good. It smells watermelon. For people that know me, I'll try anything. I'll make up my own. I do. I do. I make up my own stuff. So get this going. Okay, I'm going to take and put in again 3 cups of my juice, my 1 cup vinegar, stir that around a little. A good one. And go ahead and add in my pectin. I'm going to cook it a little bit longer this time with my pectin. That was a half a box. And now I'm going to do another box. So 1.5 box of pectin is what I use in this recipe. And a lot of times, I make up my own recipes. Like if you go online right now and you search for these jellies that I'm doing with juice, you're not going to find them. I look at something and I'll say, oh, that looks good. I think I'm going to try that for a jelly. So I have a basic jelly recipe that I go by on a lot of stuff. And I just add whatever I want to it. As long as I stay in the vicinity of the recipe, it always turns out good. And this one, still a little bit. I'm actually going to taste it. Yes. Woo! Those Hungarian wax peppers, they are hot. They are very, very hot. But the sweetness of the strawberry kiwi pairs really good with it. Now, like I said, this one that I'm making now is watermelon strawberry jalapeno. So, and the one that I got in the processing right now for the water canner or my pressure canner is the strawberry kiwi wax Hungarian pepper. Yeah, wax Hungarian pepper. Sorry, had to think. Yeah, it actually is very, very good. I actually have a vendor show coming up on the 26th of this month for selling my jellies. I wish there was more people around this area that was subscribed to my YouTube channel that so they would know, hey, come out and come by. Um, I'll be set up in Liberty, Texas on June 26th for a vendor show, and I'm going to be streaming live from that also. But I will have a very special guest with me who no one has met yet. Last last time, well, here pretty soon, I'll be putting out a video of a stand that I'm making. And the video has my dad in it. He had come by, so I introduced him to everybody on the video, and that'll be out really soon. But with this, y'all are actually going to get to meet my mom. She's actually going to go with me and set up with me. She does homemade salsas, and she does she does jellies too, but she doesn't do the pepper jellies. Her sister, my aunt, lives uh, oh crap, I can't remember where she lives, but they go every year and they pick peaches out of the orchard, and they do strawberries and stuff like that. So she makes different jellies out of the stuff that she picks. Blackberries. If y'all just heard, it just went to the canning back mode with the beets and everything. So she'll be sitting up with me, and y'all get to meet her. It's going to be a fun time. I don't get my family on here too often because I don't know how they would react, to this type of stuff. So I really don't do that because a lot of these family shy. And I think she's going to be one of them, but she just don't know it. She's going to get plastered all over YouTube. So y'all got to make sure y'all tune in to help me welcome her, a YouTube virgin. Help me welcome her to the channel. My dad, we've been talking to him about, hi Roy, about getting his own YouTube channel. He's 70 years old, and he does a lot of, well, older people things. They go on those elderly trips, different places. But he's very active. He plays pickleball. He does a lot of flower gardening. He doesn't do too much of vegetable gardens anymore. He does pictures and everything. So I want him to. Roy, you went at the YouTube meetup? I would love some of you, honey. I will trade you. Yes, I will. Um, but he does a lot of yard selling and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, you need to make a YouTube channel of it because people love that kind of stuff, especially the photography. He's does very, very, very good pictures. showing people how to take pictures, or even showing people how to play pickleball. I had never even heard of pickleball until him. Very, very strange. Yeah, I'll trade you honey for jelly. Oh, you should have been there. I was giving out jars and jars. I made, oh my goodness, about 150 jars of jelly that I gave out. Just to give out. But this one that I'm making right here is watermelon, strawberry, jalapeno. Oh, you can smell the watermelon. You can smell it really good. Y'all can probably hear my canner over there releasing some steam. Let's come over here and look at it. As y'all can see, it's got 12 minutes left. It's water bathing. The steam coming out. I love my cannery. This has been one of the best investments that I have made with my cannery stuff, is this canner right here. So if you want to get into canning, the Presto digital canner is the best way to go. I have, as you can see, a glass top stove. So you cannot place a pressure canner on a glass top stove. It will crack your stove. So some people, I belong to many different groups on Facebook, on different types of canning groups. They're telling you will go out and get a different burner, for your pressure canner. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm just going to go ahead and get me a digital pressure canner. Best decision I've made. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So this one is actually pretty much there. We get another spoon out. Let that cool. We're going to go from there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I know we have many people that in the gardening and the homesteading groups that does can. I've gotten so proud of myself. Hang on. Charlie put out a video last week of him making or this past week of him making carne asada. Well, we had so much left over that I canned 5 pints of it, and it turned out beautifully. And I did that in my pressure canner. And then I took and I made chicken soup, and I canned 6 pints of the chicken soup in my digital Presto canner. Turned out beautifully. And yes, I do store my jars no rings on. And the reason why you do that is so that if you have one that does not seal good, does not have a good seal, it's going to pop open and you're going to know it. If you leave your rings on your jars, you're not going to know if you have a false seal. So you want to leave your rings on your jar, off of your jars, not on your jars, off of your jars. And you don't want to stack your jars on this type of stuff. You do not want to stack your jars. because with that, you're putting pressure down on it also to where if it is a bad seal, you're not going to know because the top jar is pushing down on the bottom lid. So you're not going to know if you have a bad jar. I've had some bad seals, not too many, um, but I have had some. I had actually a bad batch of lids from cars that I had used and none of them sealed. So I don't like using their lids. I will use ball lids if I can find them. And right now, canning is getting a little harder and harder because of the fact that everyone's doing it. So you're having a lot harder time finding jars and lids. So it's ridiculous for one thing that you can't find anything. And then they want to jack up the prices too. Yeah, lids are only good for around 2 years. You are correct about that. Um, with your shelf stable life on these, a lot of people will say that it's good for 5 years. Like you said, the lids, they're only guaranteed good for 2 years. So you don't, which, it's not going to stay around for that long on the shelf. You want to eat it before your 2 years. Uh, you are very correct about that, though. Hopefully, everyone can hear me okay. I've got 6 minutes left on the water bath over there. Uh, this jelly, I'm just got it on low because it is ready to go for the next batch. Um, let's see. I will be making some mariachi peppers as soon as the peppers get more ready. I want them to be orange. To me, the heat in them is better when they change from green to orange. It's more of a little hotter than a habanero when it's that way. So I want it to be hot. I want it to bite you, but I want it a sweet bite. So I'm going to let them stay on the vine for a little bit longer to heat up more. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just checking that out. I do got like 4 minutes left now on the water bath canner over here, so I can start the next batch. But this jelly, it actually smells better than the other one. I guess because it's watermelon strawberry. Oh my goodness! But it's not the red, but that's because of the green peppers. So yeah, now I'm just rattling, but it's okay. It's mine. Yes, if you do starve your pepper plants for a week before you pick them, they do get hotter. Um, and actually, if you place them in a hot environment, that also helps too. The more you water them, the less heat they're going to be. Uh, who was that who told me that? Um, it was a different gardening channel. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Paragon Ridge Ranch was talking about it. about peppers one time that the more you water your peppers, the less heat they're going to be. The more um, cooler environment, the less heat. So you want a warmer environment and less water. So you are correct about that. Yeah, that will put the heat in them. Um, let's see. The next batch that I'm going to make, though, will be an jelly, apple jelly wax habanero hot pepper. That's a mouthful, you know? That is very much a mouthful. Hi, Garden State Gardener. How are you? Just been on here making some jellies, trying to get some time in. We're trying to get our hours up so we can get monetized, so I can actually stay home and help take care of baby Autumn. I miss out a lot on her, but it's all good. So the last batch that I just did the 10 jars. So maybe this batch will too, hopefully. We got about 2 more minutes on this one, and that will be ready, and then we'll be able to get to the next jars of the watermelon strawberry jalapeno. Yes, I know. Don't it sound amazing? It is. It is amazing. Let me rinse this out real quick. I don't know about you. I do not like working in a messy kitchen. So we got about a minute left. Actually, less than that, half a minute left on here. Give me just a minute so I can get everything together for this to take these jars out. Give me just a minute. I gotta get my jars ready for the next batch. Again, 10 jars. Filled half full of water now, so they'll just be ready to go whenever I put them in. We got a few more. It's doing the cool down stage. Let's come over here and look. See what it's doing. Like I said, I love this thing. It tells you everything that it's doing. Everything. Okay. As you can see, it is now on cool down. So it'll cool down for 5 minutes. And once that does, because it's releasing the pressure, the steam and everything up here and back here where the pressure valve is, it's releasing all the steam to where it can be opened safely. Yes, I said safely. Pump you back up. Pump you up. I'm gonna pump you up. For those of you that was on our live last night, after we did our live, we went to Walmart and I had made a statement about don't go, Walmart will kick you out if you take Skittles and throw it over the each aisle at people and say, taste the rainbow. Walmart will kick you out. I didn't do that last night, but I have done that before, and Walmart has kicked me out for it. Or used to, they had the clothes rack to where it'd be round and it'd be all full of clothes when we was younger. You could sit there and go inside there and scare people. They'll kick you out for that too. Don't do it. But we went to Walmart last night because I had to get a lot of the stuff for today for the jellies and everything. And I was sitting there thinking, I need some Skittles. I need people to taste the rainbow, you know? I didn't do it. I was good. Don't do it. Don't teach your kids to do it either. But it is funny. So we got about 2 more minutes on cool down. Then I can take these jars out and put the other ones in and get those ready to go. Uh, Hopefully, everyone has learned something today. I appreciate everyone being here with me. It's a great deal to me, you know, to be able to share my knowledge of my jelly making with everybody. I know, yeah, that is funny. When we was kids, we was a hoot. We was raised by my father, and so you can imagine what we put my poor dad through. Whenever he would take, he had three girls, okay, and we was all stair step. We was 2 years apart, each one of us. So we would go out to eat or go to the movies or something, and all three of us girls would decide, oh, we need to go to the bathroom at the same time. Well, him being a gentleman and everything, he would tell my oldest sister, okay, y'all go into the ladies' room and y'all do what you do and got to come out. Well, he would end up having to find somebody, a lady around that was either coming out or going into the restroom to come find us because we would be in there just playing or something. So we used to do the most rambunctious stuff. I don't see how my dad's still alive, raising three girls by himself. Okay, as you can hear, my cooker is now, or canner, I keep calling it a cooker, is done. The done light is on. So you want to take and just push your middle button and then your X. And that kills everything. And it goes back to the cannon mode if you want to can it or if you're going to water bath. So undo your latch, unlock your lid, come on over. And then you're going to be careful with these jars because, like I said, they're hot, but they're full of liquid. So, whew. The steam of it is really hot. Okay. You can hear the jars popping already. So, as you can see, it's still liquidy, but as it cools, it's going to gel. Man, I love that sound. That popping sound when the jars just, there you go. You heard it. That means it's sealed. You got a good seal. So you're going to take and you're going to put these jars to the side, and you're not going to do anything with them for a good 24 hours. You're not going to pick them up after they're down. You're not going to take the ring off. You're not going to do anything to them. You're just going to let them sit and process what they need to do. Get all of these out. Now, the good thing about this canner is once you get going with it, you can can all day long with it. It's not one of the ones where, you know, like with a regular canner on the stove, you have to wait for it to cool down, before you can do anything else. You don't have to with this one. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to place them over in another area to get them out the way so that they can cool and everything. And they are going to set for 24 hours. Now, if you find that it does not set up in 24 hours, do not be alarmed. It can take sometimes up to a week for your jelly to set up. Give me just a second so I can move this over here. So now, since that's done, I'm going to check my level, my water level. And I'm actually going to add some water to it. Okay. And now I'm going to put my next set of jars in here. Be careful because you are setting these jars in hot water, which I did fill them with warm water halfway, but they can still crack on you. Okay, so 10 more jars just went in. Excuse me. Put my lid on, close my valve. Coming over here to water bath, set for 15 minutes. I already inserted my jars. So now it's going to warm up and it's going to heat these jars up. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, 10 half-pint jars. It actually holds, I know this sheet from the back of my head, but I read it every time before I will use my canner. It holds 10 half-pint jars, 14, excuse me, 14 wide mouth half-pint jars, 8 pints, 7 pints of the wide mouth, 5 quarts, and 4 quarts of the wide mouth. So, yeah, I love mine. I love my digital pressure canner. I love it. Like I said, it's been the best investment that I have invested in. For those of you just now joining or has come along after the fact, we've been in here making different pepper jellies. The first one that I made that I just took out of the canner was strawberry kiwi wax Hungarian hot pepper jelly. The next batch that's going in is strawberry watermelon jalapeno jelly. Yes, doesn't it sound amazing? It really does. So, let that cool. I have been keeping this on low heat, to where everything, sweet and sour onion sauce. That sounds good. I wouldn't mind having that recipe. I would love having it. You need to make a video of it. Yes. But like I was saying before, yeah, my dad having 3 girls was something else. He should have lost his hair a long time ago. Vacations was something else too. I was the baby of the family. My 2 older sisters were horrible to me. I was fat, roly-poly, curly head, blonde hair, big blue eyes baby. My sisters decided that they didn't want me anymore. So they took and threw me away, put me in a garbage can. Uh, the luckily back in them days, the garbage people knew the families that they was picking up for pretty well and everything. So they, you had a relationship with them. But my dad hears this knock at the door, and he answers the door, and it's the garbage man. And he's like, "Are you missing somebody?" And my dad's like, "Huh?" And he has me in his arms. I was itty bitty. He has me in his arms. My sisters actually took me outside and threw me in the garbage. That's how much they loved me. So from then on out, it was hell on wheels growing up. You think boys are bad with fighting? I think girls are worse. They are. They are the world's worst. I was lucky. I had two girls, one boy. So I was lucky. So as you can hear, it didn't take long to heat up my jars because it was already hot. So I'm going to get out another pan so that I can get these jars out and start filling these jars. I'm going to do five jars at a time with filling them. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I need to do that. Start getting out jars. And five jars here that I'm going to start with first. And again, we're just going to fill the jars. But while I do that, I should have a show one day and have my sisters on here because they can tell y'all some stories. They would literally take me because I was, like I said, when I say that I was a roly poly child, they would take me and set me on the ground, okay, on my side, and they would roll me. And I could not stop until I hit something because that's how roly poly I was. So, yeah, my sisters, we have a good relationship though now. But back then, it was horrible. It was horrible. Poor Charlie, he's heard a lot of the stories. He gets the kick out of a lot of them though. But I should. My next to the oldest sister, she's fixing to actually move to Columbus, Columbia, South Carolina. Her and her husband are fixing to move there for job reason. Um, my other sister, my oldest sister, she lives in Lake Livingston. So I should actually get them together before my other sister moves and come on here and tell y'all some stories. So this one actually is not going to make 10 jars like the other one did. And see, that's what's funny with these recipes. Um, it can be the same amount of everything, and the amount of jars will not be the same. So since this is not going to make 5 jars, let me come over here and go ahead and get out what I will need. And I'm going to leave the other jars in here because it'll help with the processing. I think I need about probably 2 more jars. But that's what I talk about. Every recipe, even though you kind of make it the same, it's not going to come out the same. I've actually made strawberry jalapeno jelly and made it exactly the same way, and it made 15 half-pint jars. So see, this one isn't even going to make 7 jars. It's going to make 6. Oh, not even. It's going to make a half. Oh, nice. That's okay. That half one, it's mine. I called it. So I'm going to take and wipe these down again. Wipe the lid, the rounds. Turn the stove off. Put my lids on. Go back with this. Well, I'll tell you who can have some stories is my dad. Bring him on one day and just tell y'all the stuff we did. For vacations, oh my goodness. If you're a single dad with 3 girls and you take them on vacation, I feel for you. I do. Because with 3 girls, my poor dad, he went through hell because our middle sister, she was a major germaphobe at that point in time. And it was every 5 minutes in the car, it was, she's in my airspace. She's touching me. Don't let her touch me. Don't let her breathe my hair. Da, 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 da. So, yeah, that's pretty good. But you know what? It's times like that, I wouldn't change. I wouldn't do anything different. It was amazing. Okay, so I got those back in there. I'm going to put the lid on once again. Close my heel and hit my button for 15 minutes and let it go. Baked chicken scallops and ooh, that sounds good, boy. Yeah, you can do the cornstarch to cook down the for the jelly. Also, I've seen that. Go ahead, go grab you some of your wraps and everything. It's been a great time here in the kitchen. It's actually, wow, it's been almost an hour and a half. Wow. Hi, Oils and Wellness. Hi, Marcia. Oh, I need to come and look at your site. I like the oils and stuff. From Kansas. I'm not in Kansas. I'm in Texas. But yeah, it's been great in the kitchen with y'all today. It's been fun sharing some stories and sharing my recipes and everything with y'all. Um, I need to do more of these. I had done a live on my way to work one day, coffee with Brandy while she drives to work. I need to start doing more of that too, so I can just get to know everybody and spend a little time with y'all. You know, for those of you who do watch our channel, I do a lot of, I don't do the gardening part that much. That's my husband. I do a lot of the kitchen stuff and everything. So I'm going to be doing more of that. I'm going to be doing more of, now since our garden is going, canning and, showing how to's and everything. Doing more of the jellies and different types of stuff. Maybe even some syrups. That would be good. I appreciate that, Sandy. I'm so glad you did. Um, hopefully I didn't bore you with my growing up stories. You don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. Oh, you can't do much yet. Everybody, if y'all are not subscribed to Oils and Wellness, please go over there and subscribe to her. Let's help her reach her 1,000 subscribers so she can start doing lives. But actually, Marcia, if you go over to StreamYard, StreamYard, one word, you can do lives on YouTube before your 1,000 subscribers. You can go on and do your lives through StreamYard. You don't have to do it through YouTube, but it does post to your YouTube channel. We do have the over the 1,000 subscribers, but we still use StreamYard. Very seldom do I ever use Yahoo to go live. I don't know what it is. I like StreamYard. You can actually have people come up with you on StreamYard on your chats and everything. With Yahoo, you can't. It's just solely you. So it's just a FYI for you. You can do lives right now. You could go and make your live right now and do it. Search, yes. I appreciate you liking my stories. I have to come up with different stuff. But try StreamYard, Marcia. Let's get your channel out there. Thank you, MT Homestead, for posting links today. Please, y'all, if you haven't, go over there and subscribe to MT Homestead. Subscribe to everyone that was in here. If you're not subscribed to their channel, you need to be. Everybody needs to be involved in everybody to help get everyone going. Yes, you did. You learned something new today. I'm so glad I was able to help you with something. But to keep everybody going, I have actually had an amazing time today. I'm going on an hour and a half with y'all. It has really helped. I really appreciate everyone that has came in and listened to my stories and watched my adventure in different jelly makings. The 2 jellies that I did today are brand new. I have not made them before, so they are new flavors. Again, they was kiwi strawberry with Hungarian wax peppers and strawberry watermelon with jalapenos. I will be doing more of these. I will be putting out more videos. Again, we are starting this Friday on our live, will be the first clue to our contest. It's going to run for 3 weeks. On the 4th week, we will do the questions. It will be 3 questions are going to be asked. But you have to watch videos to be able to answer these questions. We will be directing you with clues on which videos to watch, where the questions will be at. So the winner, it will be the first person to answer all 3 questions will be the winner. They get every single jelly. Let me say that again. Every single flavored jelly that I make, they are going to get along with a $25 gift card. So you're going to have to get more involved with my channel, our videos, not our lives. None of the questions are going to have anything to do with our lives. Like I said, the winner is going to get every single flavor of my jellies along with a $25 gift card from Amazon. So make sure you tune in for the next 3 Fridays. Write it down, set a reminder on your telephone. We go live at 8 p.m. We will be given hints throughout the live on which video you are to watch to be able to answer the questions. It's going to be 3 different videos. 3 different videos, okay? Because it's 3 different questions. But like I said, the winner is going to get every single flavor of jelly that I make. It could be whatever. I appreciate it. Y'all have a very great weekend. I know that I am. Y'all stay safe. Be blessed. I love you. Until next time, enjoy. Bye, everybody.